terms of parts, I've got double din Mazda 3 fascia. I've got an adapter that's hopefully going to convert the existing Mazda wiring to a normal DIN stereo. Here's my stereo. I've got a, whatever you want to call this, auxiliary line-in lead. I think this one's about 4 meters long. I've also got a power lead which was 4 meters long, but I've just put that in the car so I can't actually show you that. It'll be in the video anyway. I've got this lead. I'm just going to use one of these wires for the remote, and then I've just got a selection of electrical connectors. So that's, and obviously your sub. This one's a active sub, so it's got an amp built into it, so it's just all one unit. Okay, I've pulled the little metal encasing out of another car as well to use. So the adapter I've got for the Mazda that I bought goes to 2 sets of plugs. So luckily I've managed to pull this out of my track car, so my adapter should plug into this bit here, and hopefully I'll need to check the wiring, make sure it matches up. I mean, this isn't the ideal. I'm sure you could get an adapter that goes from this, I don't know what it's called. To be honest, I was expecting the adapter I bought to plug straight into my car stereo. I thought they were pretty standard, but maybe I'm wrong. So the adapter I bought should plug into the Mazda and then plug into this. Hopefully this wiring's all correct. Otherwise, I mean, it's not a heartache. It's not a hardship. I just have to rewire some of this. I was hoping the aerial would be just a plug and play for my stereo, but it's typically not. It's got a circular plug on the back of the new stereo, and then I think this is the Mazda one. So I've brought an adapter. So I mean, the stereo is easy to pull out, so once that arrives I can pull it back out and plug the aerial in. So this is what the stereo looks like, or the space behind the stereo. There's actually quite a lot of space, doesn't seem too cluttered. I presume these are for the steering wheel controls. I'm obviously going to lose them by changing the stereo. And this one should be the speakers and the power supply and things like that. This is what I've bought for the aerial. I think the blue wire is for if you've got remote aerials. So hopefully I can just tape that up and not use it. We'll see. Okay, so this next bit isn't really designed to come out because there's loads of foam sort of insulation stuff glued on the top bit. To get it out I had to put 3 screwdrivers. There's 3 gaps, so I put 3 screwdrivers in. You can't really do it without damaging it a little bit. So if you're worried about leaving any marks, I mean I don't think you'll be able to see this because it will be behind the glove box, or the lid of the glove box, so I'm not too fussed. So yeah, you have to wedge a few screwdrivers in, then it seemed to come free, and then I had to put my arm underneath it. You can just reach around and push from behind. It finally came free. As you pull it out, you have to break the adhesive on this insulation at the top. You have to cut all that away. So that's what it looks like. Yeah, so it's not designed to come out. But I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to feed the cable through from the engine bay, so I think this is the easiest way, and there we are. So there's your glove box. And the one at all the cables at the top of the screen with the big rubber grommet. That's where I'm coming in from the engine bay. So you can see I've managed to get a length of sort of fairly rigid rubber hose through, so I'm hopefully going to feed the wire through that. So if I come back out, there's the other end of the pipe. So I'm going to feed the wire through, and then I'll probably remove the pipe once it's all in place. Aerial's plugged in, if I can find it. So there's the existing car lead there. That's the new lead that I've bought. The blue cable I've just taped up so it doesn't touch anything. And then I plugged in the aerial then into the back of the stereo, and it works fine. Took some photos of the wire configuration from the car that I took this out of, and I'm also just making sure the wires line up. So this plug here, which has got your power leads and earth, etc., just making sure the adapter that I'm plugging into, all the wires are in the same place. And then this other one, which are the 4 sets of speakers, I was checking that the colours actually match up with the speakers, but I was just checking that they were paired up the same way, so it should be good to go. Forgot to mention the earth cable as well for the amp or sub, whether it's an active sub or not. I'm going to cut it down a bit because it just needs to attach to the body somewhere in the boot.